So, high blood pressure. It's something we all hear about, right? But do we really get what the best way to tackle it is today? Because, and this is the important part, the way we treat it has totally changed. It's kind of like a quiet revolution has been happening. So let's dive right in and unpack the modern, much more effective way to manage hypertension, all based on the very latest clinical science.
Okay, first things first. To really get why this new approach is such a big deal, you have to understand the scale of the problem we're up against. And let me tell you, this is not some minor issue. Hypertension, it's a silent global threat. We're talking hundreds of millions of people.
Just look at this number, 1 in 5. That means 1 in 5 adults on the entire planet has hypertension. I mean, just let that sink in. You walk into a room with 5 people. Odds are, one of them is dealing with this, and they might not even know it.
But wait, it gets worse. A lot worse, actually. You take all those people with high blood pressure, and a staggering 7 out of 10 of them don't have it under control. 7! That's just, wow. It means the huge majority are essentially living with a ticking time bomb inside them. And it tells us that the old ways of managing it, they're just not cutting it.
And this right here, this shows you exactly what happens when it's not under control. These are the consequences. Unmanaged high blood pressure is a major driver of the world's biggest killers. I mean, look at this. It's a factor in nearly half of all strokes, over half of all ischemic heart disease, not to mention a huge chunk of kidney disease and heart failure. So you see, the main point isn't just about getting a number down. It's literally about stopping these awful, life-changing events before they happen.
Okay, so we've covered the what, the scale of the problem. Now let's get into the why. What exactly is high blood pressure? What's going on inside our bodies that makes it happen?
You know, the clinical definition is actually really practical. It's not just some random number they picked out of a hat. Hypertension is defined as the exact point where all the evidence shows that the benefits of treatment start to clearly, unequivocally outweigh any risks. It's basically a green light, a threshold for taking action.
And this chart shows you exactly how they measure that threshold. And you'll notice the numbers are a little different, right? It depends on where you take the reading. In the doctor's office, at home, and that's smart, because it accounts for things like white coat syndrome, where your blood pressure shoots up just because you're nervous at the doctor's. This helps give a much more accurate picture of what's really going on.
So what's actually making the pressure go up? Well, it's usually a mix of things. You've got these internal systems that can get overactive, the RAS and the sympathetic nervous system. A good way to think about them is like your body's fight or flight switch and its fluid control system getting stuck in the on position. They're just constantly telling your body to clamp down on blood vessels and hang on to salt and water. Then there's your arteries. As we get older, they can get stiffer, kind of like old plumbing pipes that don't have any give anymore. And of course, the big ones, lifestyle factors. Diet, stress, not moving enough, they all play a massive role.
All right, so this all leads to the big question, the central puzzle, really. If we know how dangerous this is, and we've had treatments for decades, why are the control rates so bad? Why are we failing so many people? This number says it all. Less than 50%. That means fewer than half of the people who are actually on treatment are getting their blood pressure down to where it needs to be. There's a huge gap between trying to treat it and actually succeeding. And here's the why. For a long time, the old way of doing things, what doctors call stepped care, it just wasn't working. The approach was to start a patient on one pill, a low dose. Then you wait, maybe months. If it's not enough, okay, maybe we'll up the dose. Or maybe we'll add a second pill. See, it's so slow and reactive. And what happens is patients end up stuck on a treatment that isn't working for way too long. Plus, they get frustrated trying to juggle multiple pills. It's just a bad system.
So that begs the question, doesn't it? If starting with just one pill usually doesn't work, why on earth would we start that way? What if there's a smarter, better way to go about it, right from day one?
Well, there is. And that brings us to the modern way of thinking. A strategy that's simpler, more powerful, and way more effective, because it's designed to fix everything that was wrong with the old approach.
So here it is, the big shift. Forget that slow, one-step-at-a-time approach. The new way? We start with a combination of 2 different drugs right from the get-go. No more waiting around to see if one little pill fails. You hit the problem hard with a powerful, 2-pronged attack from day one.
Now, the crucial part is, this doesn't mean you're taking more pills. In fact, it's the opposite. The real magic here is something called the single pill combination, or SPC. Thanks to some amazing advances, we can now pack 2, sometimes even 3, different medications into one single pill you take once a day.
For getting people to actually take their medicine, this is a total game changer.
And look how much this simplifies things. The whole treatment plan becomes incredibly clear. Step 1. Pretty much everyone starts on a dual combo pill. Step 2. If that's not quite enough, you move to a triple combo pill. Step 3. Only for the toughest cases, you need to add a fourth drug. See? It's proactive, it's predictable, and it's just so much easier for both doctors and patients to follow. So what's in these combo pills? Well, the drugs come from a few major groups. You've got ACE inhibitors and ARBs, which help relax your blood vessels. Calcium channel blockers do a similar thing, just through a different pathway. Then you have diuretics, which help your body flush out extra salt and water, and beta blockers, which mainly slow down your heart rate. The key is that when you combine them, they work together to create a much more powerful effect.
Okay, so this core strategy is awesome because it's so simple. But of course, medicine is never a one-size-fits-all deal. Think of the strategy as the blueprint, but the specific materials, the actual drugs, have to be chosen carefully for each individual person.
For instance, let's say a patient has high blood pressure and coronary artery disease. The doctor isn't just going to pick any 2 drugs. They'll pick a specific combination that's known to help with both problems. Same thing if someone has kidney disease or heart failure. The simple 3-step strategy stays the same, but the ingredients inside the pill get personalized.
But look, no matter how great these new pills are, there's still only one piece of the puzzle. The real path to getting your blood pressure under control. Well, that starts with you. And it's about so much more than just taking a pill.
Lifestyle changes are, without a doubt, the foundation of everything. For anyone with high blood pressure, or even borderline high, this stuff is non-negotiable. We're talking about a healthy diet, less salt, more potassium, moving your body regularly, keeping alcohol in check, managing stress, and maintaining a healthy weight. These things can have a huge impact. Sometimes they can even reduce how much medication you need, or if you need it at all.
And this quote really just says it all, doesn't it? The whole point of this modern approach is to get better results for more people by making the entire process simpler and easier to actually do. Better control, less hassle. It's that simple.
So we want to leave you with this one final thought. Now that you understand this new way of thinking, you're empowered. You can have a much more informed conversation with your doctor. The science behind managing blood pressure has moved on. It's gotten smarter. So the real question for you is your treatment plan stuck in the past, or is it built for the future?